the last two games?
Yeah, unless there's some reason to change, um, we've gotten off to good starts, both of them, and I think like both Will and David have embraced they're very mature about understanding they're going to play a lot of minutes, and so yeah, we'll roll with it, and unless something else pops up or we need to change.
What would you say would be Jarrell's next step to, you say he needs to be just a bit more, I don't know, able to handle the game? What does he need to do next? Are we talking about endurance or something else to keep him on the floor just a little bit more?
Yeah, well, endurance is going to be one. Focus, the ability to focus through, fatigue. I think it's Vince Lombardi that said fatigue will make cowards of us all, and so fatigue affects different guys different ways, and so there's that. I think just playing, like the more he plays, the more comfortable he's going to be, and but you can tell when he gets tired, he makes mistakes that he doesn't make when he isn't tired, and because he hasn't learned how to compete while he's tired yet. But he's doing a great job, and his ability to catch a ball on a roll and then find the next person. I think he was 3-0 assists in turnover last game, and that went a long way, and because he does have vision and he's got skill, and so conditioning and time is going to allow that.
Feels like Day-Day's kind of turned a little bit of a corner in the past few weeks. What has been the key for him moving forward, and how he's kind of improved?
I think when he was sick and had to miss some games and miss some practice time, it kind of set him back, and he probably just got caught up in thinking too much about making shots rather than just playing, and it's just one of those things freshmen go through, and so the team has done a really good job of encouraging him and letting him know that just be yourself and play with confidence. They believe in him, and so we're kind of figuring out our roles a little bit better.
To that point, you kind of spoken about confidence a lot, and guys can get down for certain things even when things don't go well. Is your job almost at times more of a mental health coach and instilling confidence in these guys and reminding them how good they are?
Yeah, well, Fran Fischella says that we're really crisis management people, and it happens with events that take place off the court. It happens with events that take place on the court. It happens with things that take place between their ears, and so yeah, we're constantly, just trying to make sure because as adults we understand, and there's going to be ups and downs. We can't be up and down. Always stay steady, and to teach them how to remain steady through all of it.
I know you guys treat every game like it's its own season, but just how have you seen your team, the players, respond after the emotional high on Monday?
No, I thought we had a really good response today. Like, they've had the last couple of days off. Yesterday, they did some lifting and some shooting, and I had a couple of guys shoot me some text messages, send some film to me, some different things that, when they're invested and they're engaged and they're, it's the things that players who are like really bought in do, and I'm one of those guys. I want to hear what they're thinking, what they see. Maybe they see something in another game that, we might want to look at, and I've been getting some communication like that from some of them, so I know that they're moving forward.
And just thoughts on BYU, the challenges they can maybe present.
Wow, man, can they shoot that basketball? And Traore is a problem. I think that's how you say big fella's name. Man, like, I watched him, like, it didn't matter. Like, the Edwards kid at West Virginia, he was just shooting right-handed and left-handed jump hooks over him. He's got that great base where he can get an angle and finish, and he's a good passer, and then he's got all these shooters around him, and they're really, really tough. I mean, they're very physical, and it's looking at it on TV, you may not think so, but I mean, they're grown men, right? Most of them have wives, right? And I mean, like, they just approach the game a little bit different, like an adult, all of them, and they're very physical. They hit you on every cut, every bump, just very, very physical, and so we're going to have to be ready for that.
Do you take a different approach or consider the altitude at all with this game beforehand?
Yeah, no, altitude's not going to matter. We're going to be there for less than 24 hours. It doesn't affect us within 24 hours, so we'll be fine.
Dorian didn't get to play at all last week. He was actually on a pretty good run before that. Do you see him getting more of a part of the game plan moving forward?
Well, we never eliminate anybody from the game plan. It's just as the flow of the game goes, are they needed? You know, was there foul trouble? You know, was somebody tired? And last game, it was every time I looked at Cam and TP, they looked like really fresh and really locked in, and so it was hard to take either one of them off the floor. And I don't know. I think Art may have gotten foul trouble. That's like at one point in time he had 2 fouls in the first half or whatever, and that might have been the only reason he was coming off the floor. So right now it's just about figuring out what we got to do to win each game, and it'll be different from game to game. But it has nothing to do with Dorian's continued progress towards being a really good player for us.